Listen, folks, you don't need to have any confidence to start a new channel in 2026. Matter of fact, you don't need confidence to grow the channel that you already started, but you feel like you're spiraling. All you need is one thing and one thing alone, and that is momentum. Momentum can only come from publishing. Publishing anytime, not when it feels comfortable, you have to publish. So we're gonna go through some steps in order to get you started for 2026, to get your channel kicked off. I don't care how it's been. I don't care how you've been sitting, how it's been stuck. This will work for anybody, no matter where you are in your YouTube journey, whether just starting out or you've been doing this for a hot minute. So I'm gonna give you the basic framework. You need to build this before you believe in it. See, the key is that the more you move, the more you create, the more action you take. The action creates the clarity. People think that clarity comes first, and it doesn't. Clarity only shows up after you publish. And the simple micro steps are: pick an idea, hit record, upload that video, take a breath, and move on. See, no one's going to figure out what the audience is in a notebook. No one's going to figure out their niche in a notebook. No one's going to figure out what their audience wants or deserves, or no one's going to figure out what videos perform the best in a notebook. You find these by watching the video comments that you get, the reshares, the hypes. Now you can get hypes on the video. The more rewatches, those are going to be the videos that you know are resonating with your audience. And you're trying to figure out what the resonation is. You're going to figure out what resonates in a notebook or Notion or Apple Notes or Evernote, God forbid, Flow. Your audience is discovered. It's not chosen in a fountain pen and some paper. So the secret to this, super simple. You need to make content for someone just like you 6 months ago. And you need to watch what the people respond to and just take little minor adjustments and adjust them in the next video. And one thing that I do to do this is, if someone comments on my video and it's a good question, I will immediately make a short out of that video. And YouTube has given us the tools to respond to videos with the short. They've also given us the video to leave voice replies. So while you're leaving the voice reply, you could take those notes and you're like, you know what? This needs to be a full video. Now, the common mistakes when it comes to figuring this process out is you're so busy waiting to dial in this niche. And I am a proponent of, you need to have a niche. And I started that mess, and I'm like, you got a niche down to grow up the whole 9 yards. But some people they're like, well, I haven't figured out what my niche is yet. Well, you're not going to figure it out until you make the videos and find out what resonates. And I think we always forget to say that when we tell people to refine their niche. But the reason why you refine your niche is because you know it was working, right? So say you a multi-passionate person, and you like whiskey, yep. Fountain pens, yep. Manchester United, all day. Notre Dame, absolutely. Celtics, Raiders, 3D printing, photography, action cameras, traveling, love all of the above. And then maybe you make videos around that until you find out which one you feel the most able to just keep going without getting stuck. I think a lot of times people pull something out of the sky and say that this is going to blow up because they believe there's an audience for it, but they haven't tested for that. And that's almost like making grapefruit wouldn't be a good one. That's like making a broccoli flavored cocktail. Taisha might drink that crap, but I'm not. And so if I'm trying to attract people like me, I can't make a channel about making vegan cocktails. That's not going to work. That'll be me trying to jump on the train of vegan videos, but I don't know nothing about it. It's not going to work, right? It has to be something that you could probably just wax rhapsodically about forever without even breathing. That's probably your lane. But again, you'll figure that out by creating the content. Now, another key step here is consistency beats talent every freaking time. Just decide what a realistic cadence is. Now, my realistic cadence is make a video every day. That is psycho. But if you want to do it, I suggest try it. But if you only can do it once a week, that's cool. Do it once a week. But don't say you're going to do it once a week and then don't do it once a week. Don't say you're going to put out one video every other day and don't put out, 3-4 videos a week. Whatever your realistic cadence is, do it. Because telling your audience you're finna be there and not being there is one of the reasons why most people are stuck. I would say 96% of the people are stuck is a consistency problem. Now, in this consistency situation, you need to publish whenever it feels average. It doesn't matter. Let the video out. You can even come back in the next video. It's like, hey, I'm remaking the video. I'm going to re-clarify some things I said in the last video because I felt like it didn't hit right. But you know what that just turned into? 2 videos. And some people fit to watch both. So you're setting yourself up to win by creating even when it doesn't feel right. Now, this is hard, and I know this is hard. My buddy Caleb and I had a conversation about this just yesterday. Stop watching more videos than you make. And I know this is going to be hard for some people. That's definitely hard for me. I watch a ton of videos, but I also create a ton of videos. I feel comfortable with where I am right now. Now, a common mistake with this is confusing preparation with progress. Taking another course, writing a bunch of notes, this is not getting you anywhere. You have to actually make the videos. So if you learn something today and you don't use it within 5 seconds, your brain will start to talk you out of it. When someone says just open up the phone today and just record what's ever on your mind and publish it, your brain would be like, well, nobody cares what's on your mind. Nobody cares what nobody cares. Make the damn video. The goal is not comfort. Comfort is a freaking myth. The goal is by publishing, you get the evidence that you can do this. The goal is you learn from what the people are telling you that they want. And they can't tell you what they want if you're not giving them anything. You have to give them something so they can tell you, oh, I didn't want that. I wanted this. In your everyday life, spouse, kids, friends, you give something that you think they wanted. They're like, no, I don't want that. Oh, what do you want then? Okay, I want this. And then you adjust and you give it to them happily, with love. Do the same thing to your audience. So here's some mental things I need you to hold in your nugget. You're not behind, you're underpublished. That's a heater. Write that down. You're not behind, you are underpublished. The fastest way to feel better about YouTube or any other content that you do is to make enough videos that the fear in your brain loses hold. When I first started riding a bike and Grandpa took the training wheels off, I was scared. But they were like, keep pedaling. I'm like, I was scared. And I thought he was holding on. And I'm riding. And I'm like, Grandpa, I'm scared. And he's like, okay. And I noticed the voice getting quieter. He's like, okay, keep pedaling. And I look back, he wasn't holding the bike for half the block. And once you realize that you're not going to fall, every one of us learned to ride a bike that way. If you know how to ride a bike, drop it in the chat. If you remember that moment when you learned how to ride a bike, drop it in the chat. Because I guarantee you, you did better than you thought. I learned to swim because my sister threw me in the pool while I was yelling at her for 5 minutes to come and get me because I'm drowning. The whole time I'm sitting there treading the water. She's like, okay, I'm coming. And I was like, no, get me out of here. I was just swimming. So the version of getting thrown into the version of getting thrown into the pool is that first 25 videos. That's the version. Now, what you need to do is after you post every one of these videos, I want you to give yourself a score 1 to 10 on how that felt like to publish. It doesn't matter if it was a 1, because the next goal is tomorrow we're going to try to get to 2. And then we're going to try to get to 3. But give yourself a simple score, 1 to 10, on how that felt to publish. You're going to congratulate yourself, left, right, or indifferent. And then you're going to write 1 to 2 sentences about what you learned. And remember, this is not about passing or failing. We ain't deleting anything, because failure is feedback and feedback is knowledge. And this is how your progress becomes visible. So I implore you, if you are with me, publish your next video today and congratulate yourself for doing the work. We're going to run back it from the top again. Here's your simple checklist. You need to publish without feeling ready. You need to not even think about trying to chase a viral video. You need to focus on learning and not the numbers. Vague vanity metrics are not going to help you at this point. You need to write down 1 sentence after every video, a minimum, to let me know how that made you feel. Like, what could you improve on? And then you're going to take that scored experience, put it in a little notebook, keep a hold of it so you can watch yourself grow. Because remember, you're scoring the experience, not the performance. And then Every video you publish, it's gone. On to the next one. You move on. You don't think about it. You don't re-edit. You don't go back and capitulate. Unless you're going to learn something from it, you kind of just move that out of your system and it's almost like they say a quarterback, he got to have a short-term memory if he throw an interception. Whether you're in the sports ball or not, that still makes sense, right? Many people in their jobs, they make a mistake. Like if a doctor has a mistake in the surgery and they lose a patient, they don't stop performing surgery. They got like 8 more surgeries to do that day. They have to have a short-term memory. Like this exists in many, many places. Pilot has a turbulent landing. You know what they do? They go to the bathroom, eat lunch, get back on the plane and fly that dead head back. It just happens. So I need you to commit to the next video. Write it, record it, publish it, score it, commit to the next video. Stop overthinking. Let's do the work. Let's get that first 25 done, and that will get you closer to that 100. There's no shortcuts. Let's get out there and do it. Now, you know what I always say? I don't know who needs to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk.